Hey guys, Tina here and welcome to my November TBR. Yet again, I am attempting to film a TBR, and again, I'm already letting you know, don't expect all of these books to be on my November wrap-up, but yeah, I am, again, slightly more ambitious than I need to be, but again, options are great, and whatever I read from this pile is going to be better than nothing. So obviously, that's good. So yeah, I have a few books here that I would like to get to in November, and let's get to them. Actually, the first one is sort of a thing that I'm already reading, and that is Nevermore by Jessica Townsend. Which is a really enjoyable book. It's middle grade. It's about Morgan Crow, who is a cursed child, and she lives in this world where basically everything bad that happens is blamed on her. And then the ages change, and she's supposed to die, but she's whisked off by Jupiter North to this world called Nevermore, and it's a really magical city, and there she gets to live in this great hotel, and she also has the potential to join this wonder society, and in order to do that she has to go through a few trials, and it's a really fun book. This is the first book, which you have probably heard this before if you see people talk about this one. This is the first book that I read since Harry Potter that has given me that vibe, that warm, fuzzy feeling. And it's not similar necessarily or anything like that, but it's really whimsical and just really likable. And I am currently actually rereading this because this was one of my favorite books last year. But I'm currently rereading it because I am a Wondersmith. I think the second book just came out or is about to, so I want to reread this one to get to that one. So obviously I'm about to finish this one soon. And then again, the sequel is also part of this TBR, which, I just realized I made it even more ambitious than it was. But yeah, anyways, a really enjoyable to read. If you like middle grade, or even if you don't, if you just want something magical, I definitely recommend this one. And then off to the books that I still haven't read, even though I said I would. The first one is Tower of Dawn. I just have the dust jacket because I am, I already took it off in the hopes that I will start reading the book, but clearly that has not happened yet. But anyways, yeah, Kingdom of Ash came out. I don't have it yet, but doesn't really matter because I haven't read this one yet, so hopefully I will get to it this month. This is obviously the novella that turned into a huge novel, and it deals with Kale, which is actually my least favorite character. Is he? Yeah, probably, at least, when it comes to guys. But apparently he's really good in this one, so really I hope to get to it, but I would love to, but really not sure. Then I have a book that I've owned for a couple of years. I was actually gifted it. A friend gave it to me, and I still haven't read it. And this friend is actually coming to visit us, and I think it's time that I at least start it and see whether or not I like it. And that is Cloud Atlas by David Mitchell. I have no clue what this is about. I've heard mixed things about David Mitchell. He's good, but also hard to read. Yeah, not sure. Actually, I'm not even going to try to figure out what this is about because who cares, but I will find out when I start reading it. But yeah, I'm slightly intimidated by this one, so fingers crossed. No fingers crossed. I just have to get into it and start reading it and see how I like it, and that's the best I can do, I guess. Then I have another sequel that I already started, but I didn't get too far into it, but I would like to finish it this month, and that is Fire Falling by Elise Kova, which is book 2 in the Air Awakens series. I read book 1 a few months back now, and in it we follow this girl who is, she works in a library, but then one day she stumbles. She doesn't stumble. What am I saying? She just realizes that she's also a sorcerer, which is something that she has been taught to fear, sorcery and sorcerers. And now she has to decide whether or not she wants to pursue her career in a library world, or does she want to become a sorcerer. And as she is thinking about it and pondering her choices, those choices are actually taken away from her. And basically, this is a follow-up. I really enjoyed the first book, so I want to get to this one soon. Again, I thought that that's gonna happen in October, but clearly it didn't. So actually, I think those are all the physical books that I would like to read, and then there are a few that I would like to listen to. And the first of those is The Devil's Thief by Lisa Maxwell, which is the sequel that follows The Last Magician that I read a few months back and I really enjoyed. So in this world, we basically we are in Manhattan, and there's magicians, but the thing is that there's this thing called Brink that is surrounding Manhattan, and whenever a magician crosses it, if they want to leave Manhattan, they're basically stripped of their powers, and some of them even die. But they can get in. If you want to go in, that's fine, but if you want to leave, that's the problematic part. And we found this girl who is sent from the present day, Manhattan, back to the past, to the 1920s, I think, and she is supposed to stop this magician from, I think, creating the Brink or something like that, and she has to get this book, and it was a really enjoyable book, so I really liked it, and this is a sequel, and it's a huge one, and it has a beautiful cover, and I want to see how the story continues, because the last one ended, well, it was not a cliffhanger or anything, but definitely it left doors open for this one, so I want to get to it, and hopefully I'll do that. Then I have another fantasy book that I would like to listen to, and that is The Promise of Blood by Brian McClellan. This is book one in the Powder Mage trilogy, and I've owned it for years, literally years, and I was determined to actually get to this trilogy this year, and if I don't listen to it this month, if I don't start it, that's definitely not going to happen, and there's still a lot of time. There's enough time for me to actually manage this, but if I don't get to it this month, then it's not gonna happen this year probably. Anyways, this is a fantasy world in which there's magic that revolves around gunpowder. I'm not sure how that works, but at the beginning of this book there's an army coup, and that's as much as I know. But it's supposed to be pretty good. So I have the whole trilogy, and I have the books that in the follow-up trilogy, so I really should get to this. I really should. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to enjoy it. It's just, I don't know. There's all these books that you want to get to, and sometimes you just push some aside for no reason. But yeah. And the last book that I want to listen to or read, whatever is going to be more handy, is Age of War by Michael J. Sullivan, which is book 3 in his Legends of the First Empire series that follows... that takes place in this world where there are runes who are human and Frey who are Fae, and in book 1 we see a rune kill a Frey, which was supposed to be impossible because Frey are supposed to be immortal, they're gods in the eyes of runes, and as it turns out that's not the case, and of course that starts off a whole huge mess, and we follow the character of Wraith, who is the god killer, and then we also meet a bunch of different characters from both sides. Book 2 sort of expands on that world, and I think this one's going to be interesting and also pretty painful given what happens towards the last part of the book, previous book, which is Age of Swords. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one. As I said, I read Age of Swords last month and I really enjoyed it, so I want to see how this continues, and then apparently I have until April for the next book to come out, which I'm probably not going to be happy about with the wait, but it's not that long of a wait, so fingers crossed I'm gonna make it. But yeah, that's basically the last book that I hope to get to in November. Again, it's way too ambitious. I'm pretty sure it's way too ambitious, and I will not be able to get to all of them, but still, fingers crossed I get to as many as I possibly can, which is all anybody can ask, right? So yeah, that's basically it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know down in the comments whether or not you have read any of these books, or if you're attempting to read them maybe in November. Do let me know, and thank you for watching this video, and see you in my next one. Bye!